This information is brought to you by Microdyne Computers. Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at the hidden cybersecurity risks sitting right inside our own homes. We usually picture cyber threats as these massive, complex things targeting huge corporations or governments, right? But honestly, the battleground has completely shifted. Today, we're taking a documentary-style look at a vulnerability that exists in almost every single household, small business, and senior living space out there. We're talking about that old, forgotten technology just sitting quietly in the background of your life.
So, be honest. Do you have an old computer tucked away in a closet somewhere, or maybe a first-generation tablet just gathering dust on a shelf? Look, keeping an old device out of frugality or just because you haven't really gotten around to recycling it yet is incredibly common. It totally feels practical, but I want you to consider a pretty crucial follow-up question. Is that device still turned on? And more importantly, is it still connected to your home Wi-Fi? Because if it is, that dusty piece of plastic might just be the absolute biggest security loophole in your entire house. Here is what we're going to cover today. 1. The hidden closet risk. 2. How old tech fails. 3. The network ripple effect. 4. Modern threats to home. And 5. Securing your digital space. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The hidden closet risk. Out of sight shouldn't mean out of mind.
We're talking about incredibly mundane, relatable items here. It's not just that old laptop in the drawer. It's the cracked tablet the grandkids used to play games on. It's that older smart TV in the spare bedroom. Or even a Wi-Fi printer you set up 5 years ago and literally never updated. These devices are actively sought out by cybercriminals. And you might be wondering, why? Well, it's because they're rarely monitored or maintained by us. They just sit on the network, completely forgotten about. And because they lack the latest defenses, they become the absolute path of least resistance for automated attacks.
Moving on to Section 2. How old tech fails. The reality of digital decay. Understanding this concept of end of life, or EOL, is absolutely crucial. Think about it kind of like a car that's way past its maintenance cycle. Once a device reaches this EOL stage, the manufacturer officially washes their hands of it. They completely stop sending out those periodic software updates and security patches that act as your digital locks, meaning when a brand new vulnerability is discovered by attackers, your end-of-life device is never going to receive the fix. It is permanently exposed.
A lot of us think relying on outdated hardware saves money, but it's really a false economy. A modern, supported device is constantly receiving basically armor upgrades. That forgotten device, it doesn't just lack those updates. It actually lacks the physical processing power and memory required to even run modern security software, comprehensive encryption, or advanced authentication. You simply can't run today's security on yesterday's hardware. It just doesn't work.
Section 3. The network ripple effect. One network, many doors.
Okay, so your home Wi-Fi is an interconnected ecosystem. Imagine your home network is an actual physical house. You might have a state-of-the-art, heavy-duty deadbolt on your front door. That represents your brand new, fully updated primary family laptop. Awesome, right? But if you leave a small, hidden basement window wide open, which is your outdated, forgotten smart device, an intruder doesn't even need to bother picking the front door lock. They just crawl right through the basement window. And once they're inside the house, they have access to the whole shebang. An attacker can use that forgotten iPad in the den as a silent stepping stone right into your sensitive banking details on your main computer.
But here is a really powerful, optimistic reality for us. Updating your technology avoids roughly 75% of top malware threats. That's huge! 3/4 of the threat landscape just vanishes completely simply by doing basic software maintenance and retiring old hardware.
Section 4. Modern threats to home, beyond the hacker tropes. We really need to move past those movie tropes of hackers in dark hoodies. The actual threats in 2026 are systematic and automated. Criminals are using automated bots to just constantly scan the internet for Internet of Things or IoT vulnerabilities, like that old smart plug or printer we talked about earlier. They're deploying AI-driven phishing attacks that sound incredibly human, just trying to trick you into giving up credentials. They use ransomware designed to instantly lock up your personal files, your taxes, your family photos. And they heavily exploit password reuse. They know for sure that if they crack the weak security on your old device, they can probably use that exact same password to access your primary email. These are just automated programs seeking the easiest way in. And history proves this point perfectly. Back in 2017, the WannaCry ransomware attack swept the globe, completely crippling countless systems, including major hospitals. But you know what the true tragedy was? It exploited a flaw that already had a fix.
A patch had literally been sitting there, available, for months. It was a devastation that could have been avoided with a single click to update. Ignoring a simple software alert on an old machine can seriously have cascading, devastating consequences for your sensitive data.
All right, Section 5, securing your digital space, empowering digital housekeeping. This is the part where we take back control. By following 3 super simple steps of digital housekeeping, families, small business owners, and seniors can confidently and safely manage their tech. Step 1, audit. Just log into your router or, honestly, just walk around your house and identify every single device connected to your Wi-Fi. Step 2, update. For the devices you actually use, install the latest software and firmware and turn on automatic updates. Make it easy on yourself. And step 3, disconnect. This one's the most important for old tech. If you don't use it, safely remove it from the network, power it down, and ideally recycle it securely.
Furthermore, to make absolutely sure your family photos, tax records, and critical documents are safe from things like ransomware, I want you to remember the 3-2-1 backup rule. It's your ultimate safety net. You want 3 total copies of your data, 2 different media types, like your computer's hard drive and a secure cloud service, and crucially, 1 copy completely offline, like an external hard drive stored in a fireproof safe. Why? Because if it's offline, an automated ransomware attack traveling through your Wi-Fi literally cannot touch it. So, I want to leave you with this question to think about. Which old device are you going to disconnect from your home network today? Taking just a few minutes this afternoon to identify and secure 1 piece of forgotten technology could be the exact difference between a secure digital home and a compromised one. Let's protect our networks by cleaning out that digital clutter. Dan Duick is a huge advocate for our seniors and more vulnerable population. He has transitioned from mainstream cybersecurity to more endpoint security, focusing on the home user, securing and teaching clients wherever he can. If you enjoy this information, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. It's free and helps out Tiny Little Channel grow. As always, thank you for watching.